Hi guys, my name is Emily Miller and today I wanted to talk with you about the John Adams historical opera titled Dr. Atomic. Today I'm going to talk with you about the piece titled At the Sight of This from the opera. Please let me know what your take is on the piece, and I would love to hear other musical elements that you might find in the piece that is interesting and that I don't discuss. Before discussing the song, I want to talk with you guys about the interesting history behind the piece. The opera was first performed on October 1st, 2005 in San Francisco, California. It is about the first official successful atomic bomb test in the United States in 1945. The atomic bomb testing was very secret to the American society and was operating secretly under the name Manhattan Project. The opera focuses in on discussing the scientists that were responsible for the creation of the atomic bomb. The whole opera takes place in the span of 1 month and discusses the life of the scientists and American government up until the day of the big test. In fact, the libretto, which is the text of the opera, was based off of true government documents that were released to the public, and I thought was very interesting. Touching in on some pre-existing knowledge, this project was so secret that scientists and their families had to move and live in a secret neighborhood cut off from the rest of the world, which really puts a huge perspective for you on how these people interacted on a day-to-day basis. I learned this information from watching the television show Manhattan with my dad when I was younger. If you're interested more about the atomic bomb history, I definitely recommend this historical TV show to watch. The time era of this piece is definitely 21st century, and the musical elements are typical of this time period, which is postmodern, because this piece uses both minimalist and neo-romanticism traits, creating a post-minimalist style. Post-minimalist style is not that uncommon to see in the 21st century works. Minimalism in music can deal with repetition, and this, of course, is seen throughout the piece because there is a repetition of disjunct intervals, dissonance, and the words "Oh Master" throughout the entire piece. Neo-Romanticism is characterized by having an innovative timbre, which is used in the piece as well because the end of the song has electronic music mixed in with the chorus while they are singing vocables, and this adds a very new kind of tone color. In today's works, electronic sounds add a new tone color to the way in which music is heard, and this is evidently seen in At the Sight of This. Historical operas are also not that uncommon in the 21st century era. The three musical elements I want to discuss with you are melody, texture, and harmony, since the way in which the actors and actresses performed and portrayed their roles in this piece really helped me personally to understand how to look for these elements due to their dramatization and fluency of their parts. And going forward, I think that I'll be able to fully see how to look for these elements based off of the way in which they performed, because I thought that that personally really helped me really learn the deep content of the piece. In this piece, you can clearly hear the melody has momentous disjunct intervals in both the chorus as well as the orchestra. For the harmony, you can clearly hear dissonance due to chords sung by the females singing higher pitches than the males. Together, the chords sound very gut-wrenching and frightening. I believe that this was created on purpose to establish the connection between the atomic bomb and its cynical nature due to its massive destruction that it leaves behind. For texture, the is overall heterophony because the entire chorus is singing the same melody but in different pitches, making it sound like the entire group is out of sync with each other, but is actually singing at the same time. I think that this elegy is very relatable to other pieces of music today because of its loud volume, overall context, and theme of war. This song definitely reminds me of other pieces that are written today about destruction, such as Imagine Dragons' Radioactive. I think that the two pieces are both similar in that, from my interpretation, the message of both Radioactive and At the Sight of This is that explosives or violence can produce new creations that start a brand new era. Specifically, either the era of crazed stuffed animals coming to life or the era of nuclear warfare. I also found that there was a repetition of the words "Welcome to the New Age" in Radioactive throughout the piece, which is similar to the repetition of the words "Oh Master" sung in At the Sight of This constantly throughout the piece. There were also between the two pieces, a very loud and high energy from the performers singing. Based off of my personal comparison, I believe that At the Sight of This is very much like other musical pieces today that have been written about violence, conflict, and the start of something brand new. I'm so sorry that this is 5 minutes, but thank you guys so much for listening to me explain the song to you guys. I really appreciate it. And please let me know what your guys' thoughts are on my presentation as well as what you agree or disagree. Thank you so much.